Alright, July 1st, part, take you around the yard again. I'm probably going to do that once a month. Maybe show you a little theme here or there, but the primrose is coming in. The creeping Jenny opened up with flowers looking real good. Cherry tree still doing good, and the other apple tree. And this broccoli is doing alright. Finally. We had to spread the diet to make this earth around again. I try to keep that to a minimum. Anything that I use, whether it's, poisonous or organic, the more you use it, the more animals can adapt and figure out other ways to mess with you, if you want to call it anything like that. So, the apple tree's still doing good, and the apple's looking like it's almost getting done. It's finally went down. The blueberries are doing good. I'll let these go just a little bit longer. Some of them are still a little tart, so let those go a little bit longer before I take them off. But all of them have berries on them. This Chandler one over here, this is the one that's got the, this is the type that has like the really large berries. About the size of my thumb compared to like this one next to it that has, a lot smaller berry. This is changing colors again. It's kind of a cool little bush. I forget the name of it exactly, but it turns color and all that stuff as the year goes on, so it's kind of cool. Strawberries are here doing good. They're pretty huge leaves on the top of these ones, so they're gigantic. I had a big strawberry down here that I was going to show you guys maybe later today, and I was like, oh, I'll just wait, I'll pick it tomorrow, I'll take in the video, and the bird took off with it, so just the hell with that. Onions and kale are still doing good. I don't really have we picked a tomato yesterday. It was alright. I don't think it was quite ripe yet, but it was alright. We've got cabbage and stuff growing still, and our lettuce. Lettuce is doing good, and I have a feeling, because I've done some looking around, and I'm trying to figure out temperatures and stuff like that. I think where I'm at is in a place that's just, it ends up being like a zone 9. So the plan is to even get citrus trees and all that kind of stuff. All the herbs are doing good in here. The Thai basil kind of got attacked, so kind of got to leave that alone for a little bit. But everything else doing is the sage is doing a lot better here. Of course, the radio gets bigger all the time. Some more basil started here. I got these tomatoes. This has had fruit on it for a while. This fruit down here. Nothing got any wrap, and you can see, still learning, and chop the leader off right there instead of the right one. So it's sending up another leader right here. That'll become the leader for it. So that's why I was saying, if you were afraid of pruning or anything, this plant back here, I believe it was this one here. It could have been this one, but either one, it only had a stick in one leaf. That's all that it had hanging out. So, they're really forgiving. Don't water them too much, but they're really forgiving. And then I just took some screws, and I put the tools up here so that they're easy to access. And also you can kind of look, oh, that's missing, where did I leave that? If you leave something. So it's a cool idea. The back of this carport shed thing comes over the top of it, so even when it rains, it still doesn't even hit the tools. So it's good. And even though I don't really get snow here, we got one year we just got it on Christmas Day for a couple hours, and it was gone. So last year we got a little bit, but it's usually gone by the end of a day. So, I use this for the compost and all that stuff moving it. So that's what I use that for. Then I've got some more snapdragons. Now these snapdragons, it was like a 4-pack, and it was $1. They were on clearance. They're trying to get rid of those, get some new plants in. Some of them weren't in good shape, but they're all doing good now. They've all got new growth. They're getting rid of the any yellowing they have, so that's good. And I don't know if you can see, but the hydrangea, this one's doing good. She's actually going to start growing here. She's got some new growth. And then down here, it's called a Floridus, I think. Yeah, I think it's called Floridus. And it's got a little green coming back in there. I watered her in and stuff. And it's supposed to be really good for attracting pollinators. It's supposed to be really pretty flowers and have a really good smell too. And as you can see, I'm still keeping up with the board I put up here. So, actually I wrote the sunflowers down. As you can see, that was 6/20 that I did that. So 11 days ago. And I changed this because I said I have front garden beds and I put where they were. And I said no seedling. And then, which was on 6/24, now 6/28, I have a seedling. So I put that on there. I haven't seen any of the loofahs pop out yet. So I put 6/25. And since I knew I had the package or whatever from the loofahs, I get the reading that was 90 days. So I put estimated 90 days because that could be, a couple days before, a couple days after, or whatever. But that'll be 25th of September, right? But I haven't had any seedlings pop up. So what I did is I just drew a little diagram of the beds. I just put front bed and I put 4. I also marked them with a little tag, but I like to put a little planting spot and a little marker on the side bed, so I know kind of where about the seedlings are. So if I have a question, if something's maybe a weed or if it's a seedling that popped up, I can reference this and go back to it. And then I actually planted some pumpkins. And you may go, oh, that's crazy, that's too late, or too late, or whatever. Well, it's 110 days, and put those in the 26th. 110 days is about October 16th. So I would say for pumpkins, especially if you're going to have them for Halloween, that's perfect. Obviously, if you're growing them to ship out, no way you'd want them done on the 16th, but since they're for here, and kind of going to be fun for the kids, because I'm just going to let people, if they need to go on pumpkin for, Halloween or whatever, they can come get the pumpkin for Halloween. I'll just show you guys around, so it's getting better every day. So again, there's that holly tree that we got in the backyard that we took some rooting, powder. There's lots of different things. I've been missing a thing. I think you can use aspirin. Well, we just got this take root, and just one of these lasts you a long time. I talked about that sprayer the other day. It's a really good sprayer. I got it at the farm store. It's $15. It's 1.6 gallons. It's and also 3 liters. So I'm guessing they're just trying to make it for both markets. And then I got some loppers. Branchula, I guess is what I want to call it. And then I got some pruners with that, and it was $10 on sale. So you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can even get new tools and not spend a lot of money. And you can go, whoa, it's not going to last you forever. Okay, well, you got to do the math over the seasons. You know what I mean? So, got this dang mold popping up here. They hit the daffodils, so I can show you in the other bed. They just went through the daffodils, like went up to the daffodils and stopped. And I said, damn it. So I got clover growing in here, and I'm going to encourage that because I'll let this be the ground cover here just fine. I got a seedling popping up there. And I forget what I put there. Another reason why I do the board now. This is supposed to spread and become a ground cover as well. The impatien's been doing really good. Popping out more flowers every day, so it's been doing really good. Let's see. And then we planted this wisteria plant. From a friend's house, we took cuttings, and that's one way if you don't have a lot of money for plants. If you learn how to take cuttings and stuff of plants, you can then take that and, you know, and some gardeners are more than happy to let you get a cutting of something and start growing it yourself. That's a cheaper way to do it. Basically, from what I've heard and what I've experienced myself, anything you buy from the nursery for more money, you're just buying time. So if I buy a 3-year-old fruit tree, you know, it's a 3-year-old fruit tree, and I don't have to wait those whatever years for it to become productive. So, anyhow, this one's doing good too. This is, let's see, Myostiltis, the Victoria Rose, forget me not. And it's been doing good since I put it in here. We got some water, and like I said, the only plants that I really mention that are, you know, if I bought it for money, I usually mention that for a lot of money, but most of these are on clearance. Most of them are on clearance. There is some more sunflowers that I planted in here, and they should be popping up here in a day or two. I said 10 to 14 days, so it's sitting in a while. Then we've got this rose here, which is on clearance as well. And so I planted that. You're supposed to plant it in a pot and all, but make cuts. So I made a few cuts in it so the roots could kind of push out and get away from that pot. This rose, again, like the other one, is a cutting. Put rooting hormone on it. You can see this may have died back, but this is still green. And more than likely it's already started to root. But you won't see anything on top because it's spending a lot of energy going, hey, we need to make this root worth the rest of our plant. So that's how I look at it anyway. And then this is some Megacopa. It's a Bacopa plant, I guess. Blue. And this is spreading out. As you can see, it's, you know, it had a hard time, but it did get some new flowers on it. So it's starting to grow too. A lot of clearance plants, people, that's on clearance because they want flowers and stuff that are just starting to look new and fresh and all that kind of stuff. So they grow. The calendula, that one's making it. The other one died. I tried to get my seedling, that didn't work. So calendula is going good. And speaking of rooting, even this one's brown. I took it out the other day, or tried to take it out the other day, and it's got a little pulse to it. It's got a little root on it. So even though it looks dead, it should pop up here next year. Same with those rhododendrons. The fern back there is doing great. It was like, this is awesome. And then some more of the ground cover stuff. This one is doing good. All of these have been doing much better. We got just a little bit of compost on. The Sweet William's still growing. It's right there. It's kind of stuck right now, so I'm gonna see what happens with it. But I'm not expecting anything out of that. Really wasn't either in the first place. It was just, again, cheaper seeds. So you go, oh, you don't get very much germination. Yeah, but if I get any germination at all, it's okay with me. This, like I said, I cleaned it up. It's got all that new growth on it. It didn't die. But it was really crammed in and stuff together, so it couldn't get any airflow. It started to get fungus on it and all that kind of stuff. So once I did that, it looks great. Snapdragon, not as many blooms, but it's still blooming and it's still making other blooms. So this is another reason why I look at it and go, I think heaven's 09, because this Snapdragon keeps going on. And from what I've heard, very rarely do they go into another year. So if I go into a third year, I may have to figure out what the genetics of that one are, because that's amazing. And I planted this is Pink Lightning bungleweed, and so I planted this in here in the front one. And I plant all these flowers. A lot of these flowers I found out as I go on are actually edible, like primroses and stuff. So I mean, you may be surprised at how many flowers are actually edible. But I also bring them because I want pollinators around and stuff like that, and I like it to look nice and smell good. So I got some darker clover there. This is another the azalea that I cut, and you can see probably just since the other videos, it's already got foliage back there, so we're gonna let that grow out. And this is, I'm gonna take this one off to show you, but this one right here, not because of the bug bite, but because of this black fungus stuff. That's what was going on with those. You can throw that away later, so just so you know that. And the calm line, it's doing okay. It's, you know, it's having a little trouble with the bugs. That's another reason we had to do it again. We're just trying to keep everything there. That primrose is nice and green, and I don't know when it's gonna flower, but and then 2 more of these annuals, or the perennials, the spring charm, rock cress, is what it's called. So that should be spreading out over time as well in here. Because my goal is I'm probably just gonna keep shade plants down here, and keep my rhododendrons and stuff up just enough to show underneath them. She's still hanging out, doing good. This tree is really filling in nicely, and I was worried that it was going to get way too tall or something. But I think the height of my trailer might be the extent of how tall it gets. But it is filling in really, really nice. It's really, really pretty Japanese maple. The allium, as you can see, it's almost done being born here, but the little flowerets, I guess you call them, on the end here are starting to open up. The ranunculus, we already got one bloom off of it. I took it outside when that one started to give up, and so this popped another module up. These ones have been growing and flowering and growing and flowering. And there's my lavender. This, we don't, you know, I may put a greenhouse or something here. I don't like it. I want to figure that out, but it's just kind of a section that it's weird sunlight-wise, weird other things-wise too. So I got my pansies right here, and I moved into this pot. And as you can see, just since I moved into this pot, I mean, it's like screaming, "Yeah, we can get out of here now. Let's make yourself bigger." And our temperatures are being awesome. It's staying between 50 at night and about 75, sometimes 78 during the day. So everything's doing really well as far as growing wise, because it's not too hot and it's not getting too cold at night. So we have a good year. The lovey-dovey, as you can see, it is spilling over, and then stuff like this on the super petunias, like the old blossoms and stuff, you can pull them off on these proven winners ones, but it'll actually do that itself. It'll push a new flower out and pop the old one off. So that's doing good. This Bermuda Beach is doing alright. I put it in that rice cooker pot, but it's doing alright. And then I moved, there's some more onions right there. We use them for green onions, so we don't have to worry about them growing into bulbs. I got my Edison bulbs. Here's the hummingbird feeder. I mean, they've been sucking it out of either them or the bees or something, but it's like got one little drop here every once in a while. So even if it's just that, it doesn't take that long. And then I put the hanging basket up here. Got quite large, so I put it up here, and it's hanging out, flowering. Gotta keep an eye on the water on that. Remember that. In your containers and stuff, they'll just, you know, gotta keep an eye on the water. So you can't get rid of access too easy, but it also does a hell of a lot. And then this here, then it's getting closer every day. But you can see this is going to be a row of flowers that just open up. I'm going to be taking a lot of pictures that day, I'll tell you that, because that's going to be really pretty. I actually got some sunflower seedlings popping up. Here, that's the ones I put on the bed. They're popping up. Not too much yet, though. That one's still going good, as you can see. That hole right there. Don't believe that's aphids or caterpillar or anything, but that's a leaf cutter bee, because we got those all over the morning glories, and I'll be doing a video on those when I get some more and stuff like that, and put more of the nest up. And this zinnia, I hope makes it, but that's about the only one. There was about 10 or 12 seedlings in here, and they got eaten or knocked over, moving the hose or whatever, and this one started getting ate, and we'll see if it makes it. But the sunflower is doing good, and that's one thing. You know, if you want to plant something and you want to see that you have progress, like see progress every day, sunflower, because they grow so tall and so quickly that you can go out, you know, every morning and stroll your garden, and you'll see progress on the sunflower. So if you're a progress kind of person, well, you know, this is my really expensive, hard to use latch right here. The thing is anything that you can make that simple. And this one, we just took and put one round. I guess you'd call it a dowel, but we use it as a post, and we put that on the one side of it. Now you don't have to have a hinge. So the only thing that can really break on it is if the wood breaks here, somehow that, you know, breaks through that, or if that latch breaks. And that latch you don't even have to have, because I built it so that if weight goes on the back of it, it swings towards the other post and it won't actually open that way. So it's really good. You got more over here, and then you can see more of the holes in the flowers. Now, but lots of people go, oh my goodness, they're eating your flowers. I don't mind them doing that, but it seems like most of my flowers have them left alone, and they're going after the morning glory leaves because they're really, really tender. I mean, these are more tender than lettuce leaves. They're really, really tender leaves. So it's really easy for them to cut and use to make their cocoons. Potatoes are going good. I should another, I guess another tuber pop up over here. I'm not going to mound too much. I'm going to mound a little bit into it because most of this under here is just broken down after years and years and years of pine needles on the ground, like I said. If you want fast mulch for wherever, you know, if you're going to grow something under something and you need a lot of mulch, do it under a pine tree that drops a lot of needles. Because by the time they die, there's no acidity or anything in them. They make a really good mulch. They break down really quick. But if you look, this is what we mulched, right? We brought some out here. But it falls so quickly that it quickly covers up the compost. My primroses in here, they're doing good. They're popping out. Everything, you know, at the start of the year, I kind of had to take it back because it was getting eaten. My hosta over here, that just having this little hosta here gave me enough color in here, and it'll be all year round. That'll be really nice. I mean, yes, it's green here all year round, but just like any color, it can get boring. And then the sweet potato vine, I never really planted one before. I don't see too many videos on them, and so I didn't know how, you know, how they had flowers on them. But that was a beautiful light purple and white flower. And then I got this Illumination Leica, I guess. It's a ground cover. It has flowers on it as well, so I put it back here. Let it go around everywhere. Because I'm trying to take this out. I think it's close relative to cilantro, but it's not cilantro. English Daisy still doing good. Just sitting there. And then these primroses, I haven't seen any flowers out of them yet. I should. No flowers out of the fuchsia yet. This one popped up. It's a little beautiful flower here. This is some sort of variegated, I believe, ivy or something here. So we found that, and again, in our transplant with root cutting. That primrose is doing okay, and then this one's got ate up by bugs. But it was just so random. It's not like they come in and wipe out all of them. They've just been selectively, you know, taken from here and there. This fuchsia's little, and then we got those other three fuchsias right here. And then even this little primrose here. See, those ones are big ones called leaf making a lot of energy. But this little primrose here is the only one that's a little one's popping the bud out. So I think this, I'm pretty sure at this point, just because of the size that it is, comparatively to like I believe this, I'm pretty sure this is a blackberry, comparatively to a blackberry of the same age, I believe this one is a rose. We'll find out, but that's what I got so far. Now these are arbor vipes that I did cuttings on. I don't want to give up on these yet. There's still a little green in them, and like I said, they're spending energy to root, so I'm not going to get in there way too much. And we got some ivy here. The ivy's still doing good. It's doing really great. I gave it a nice haircut about a week ago or so, and so that it would start getting some new growth, and it's starting to do really good. It's starting to bush, so it's starting to realize that it's not stuck in a little thing anymore. This arborvitae's doing really good, that I took from my cutting. So hopefully next year we'll have a decent sized one there. And then again, this may be a rose, more so than a blackberry. Again, just because of the size. I mean, because if you look at this one next to it, I think this is a raspberry or blackberry. I mean, this is the same sun, same amount of water, everything. And this one's so much bigger that I think the ones that don't grow as much are roses. Because, I mean, this wasn't here like a week ago. And it's another one of the shoots that popped up. And some people cut those off. Well, I don't have any raspberries here. So I'm going to let that go ahead and grow up. The goal over here, actually, is we've got... Oh, I want to show you this coral. Coral bark maple is doing great. That's doing great. It's really pretty. Again, that red. When all the leaves fall this winter, all this is going to be this red color. So we'll have this nice red color in the dark. So the plan is behind me. We're going to put so that we kind of more make it a more private lot. So it's kind of like even though you're in a trailer park, you kind of be in your own little area. I've got 4 Lombardy poplars coming, and those grow very quickly. I guess 3 to 4 feet per year. And then some lily trees coming, weird color or whatever, but I will show you when they get here. I'll take you along when I plant them, but we want to kind of get a screen there, and just so that you kind of have your little kind of private sanctuary oasis that's also within an area. So, but those trees, and this is what I look around for. Now, since they're not fruit trees and stuff like that, it was more of a price thing. And Burgess, Burgess, had a penny sale going on. I think they still do. By the way, I don't get paid for anything that I talk about. I just want you to know that I'm not gonna take endorsements from anybody and take money and all that stuff. So I'm not gonna do that on my channel. I don't care if my channel ever makes $1, and if it does, it's going towards getting the proper area so we can garden and grow food in it, and all of our excess food will go to people that are in need, or churches, or food banks, or whatever, so they have some nice produce. So 4 of those trees, poplar trees, and they're 1 foot to 3 foot trees. It says on their description. It was only like $5.36, and it was like $4 for the other ones. It's a couple bucks for shipping, but still, I'm gonna get those trees, and here probably by the end of the garden tour this summer, but definitely this time next year, I'll have such large trees back there that it'll turn into basically a hedge. Now, one last thing. If you're looking at a place, or you have a place, or whatever, and you're confused by which direction is south, and how to figure out south, and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to show you a really quick trick. Okay, I'm going to show you a really quick trick. If you ever need to find south, there's these flowers that are on people's roofs. These big metal flowers. Yeah, those satellite dishes, they always point south. So if you ever need to know, well, where's south on my property, or where is south from where I'm located, if you can find a satellite dish that's a TV satellite dish, it will be pointing south. So that's where the satellites are. So you can plan out your yard. If you're just even looking at a place, and you went down a road that was windy and you can't figure out where you're at, that's how you can figure out south really quick. There's some other places, some states, like I've lived in Utah and Colorado before, that you can look at the mountains, and depending on what side they are on nearby, you can figure out north and south. So anyhow, that's all I got for today for the tour log. So I'll see you next week. for another tour. Well, not another tour, but I'll probably have another couple of little short videos in this week, and we'll see what happens. But hopefully here in the next few days I'll get those trees and we'll put that up. Thanks, guys.